Welcome to Open for Business, the Gallatin Valley's only local business and consumer talk show featuring Tom Eaglehoff, the Man Entrepreneur Magazine radio called the leading authority in the United States for doing business in small town. Here he is, speaker, author, small business consultant, and Mrs. Eaglehoff's favorite son, Tom Eaglehoff.
All right, welcome everyone. Open for Business. We air every Saturday live from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time on AM 1450 KMMS in Bozeman, 1340 KPRK in Livingston, Montana. If you'd like to be a part of the big broadcast, go to kmmsam.com and click Listen Live. The call-in number during the show, 406-522-TALK, 406-522-8255. I'm here, you're here. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's get back to Open for Business on News Radio AM 1450 KMMS Bozeman. Lines are open at 522-TALK. That's 522-8255. Here he is. He's big, he's bad, and he's open for business, Tom Eaglehoff.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. It is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. I'll get it in a minute. 62 degrees outside. And, hey, we want to welcome you to the podcast portion of Open for Business. Each week I share some tips and tricks I've learned over the years about advertising, marketing, promotion, and building strong, successful businesses. And if you missed any of my previous podcasts, you'll find them all on my YouTube channel. And while you're there, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll never miss another weekly podcast. You'll also find a link to my podcast on my website at smalltownmarketing.com. That's smalltownmarketing.com. And today's topic, we want to talk about how to do a SWOT analysis. So your company should do a SWOT analysis at least twice a year. So what is a SWOT analysis, you might ask? Well, it's S.W.O.T, not S.W.A.T. It's S.W.O.T, and that stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So in this podcast, I'll explore each one and show you what each means to your business. First, you'll divide the four components into two sections. Strengths and weaknesses are internal elements of the SWOT analysis, and those are areas of your business that you can control in most cases. Opportunities and threats are external elements, and in most cases you will not have control over them. But you'll still have to be aware of them if you want to have a successful business. So let's look at each part individually. Let's start with the strengths. This element's pretty easy. It's simply the things that you do well in your business. Products and services that your business excels in. However, just because you're good at something doesn't mean that you take this element for granted. We exercise our bodies to improve muscle tone. You'll need to keep your business muscles strong and toned as well. Your business should be constantly trying to do better. Anything you can improve or be more efficient in will add to your bottom line. Next, let's move to weaknesses. This one can be tough for some small business owners. It's not easy to admit your weaknesses. However, in the interest of business success, you need to put ego aside and take a hard, long, objective look at your deficiencies. Now, weakness is not a bad thing, unless it's something you can't change. Remember, I said this is one of the two elements that you have some control over. So analyze your weaknesses and look for ways you can turn them into strengths. You might really need another delivery truck or a larger space or an updated equipment, but you won't be able to do it for 6 months. Put it on your to-do list and work toward making it a reality. It may not be something you can change overnight, but if it isn't, sit down and create a plan to change it to a strength. Or perhaps one of your weaknesses is a product or service that you might not need to provide for a while or eliminate altogether. If it's not profitable, it goes until it can be made profitable. Opportunities is next. The Atkins diet created a great opportunity for cheese, eggs, red meat, fish, pork, and many other high-protein products. Suddenly, bacon, sausage, and eggs are diet food. These industries didn't create this feeding frenzy. External forces beyond their control created it, but they wasted no time in capitalizing on it. The lesson here is to not only keep up to date with what's happening in your industry, but also in your community and other industries as well. and opportunities can often come from some left field inspiration. When a cold medication made people too drowsy and it was shelved by the company, some marketing guy decided to advertise it as a nighttime cold remedy and named it NyQuil. When an opportunity arises, you need to be able to react quickly and capitalize on it. Now let's talk about threats to your business. While we're on the subject of the Atkins diet, whom did it present a threat to? How about Krispy Kreme donuts, not to mention bread, cookies, potato chip, milk, ice cream, yogurt, and the list goes on and on. You might say, well, no one could predict that the Atkins diet would catch on like it did, and you'd be right. There's no way to prepare for this particular threat, but a SWOT analysis will help you look at the negatives of your products and services and be aware of areas vulnerable to attack. Oscar Mayer hot dogs are in the process of being reworked to be healthier, if it's possible to make a hot dog healthy. I'll give them E for effort for at least trying, but why the extra expense? There's no competitive threat because people will pay a little more for a better product. In the 1930s, Coke had the most recognized package in the world. They had a 6-ounce swirling glass bottle design. There were 6.5 million of these bottles in vending machines all over the country. Pepsi decided to attack Coke's strength, its package, and its distribution method. Pepsi came out with a 12-ounce bottle at the same nickel price that Coke was charging. Coke sales slumped across the country. Faced with twice as much of a similar product for the same price, people chose Pepsi. Coke not only had to enlarge their distinctive bottles to meet Pepsi's price, but they also had to retool all their vending machines that were only designed to carry the smaller 6-ounce bottles. It was a very expensive threat to Coke. As you can see, there's always going to be opportunities and threats to your business. Some will be real, some will not. The movie industry was concerned that TV would empty movie houses. Both are stronger today than they've ever been because they turned a perceived weakness into strengths and opportunities. The movie studios began making product for TV networks. More jobs, more actors, more products and services needed. So take a cold, hard look at your business through the eyes of a SWOT analysis, and you may find success where you never saw it before. And that's the podcast. If you missed any of my previous podcasts, you'll find them all on my YouTube channel, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're here. And you'll also find a link to my podcast on my website at smalltownmarketing.com. That's smalltownmarketing.com. So tune in each Saturday, and let's build successful businesses together.